Wyoming, the least populated state in America, and one of its last true wildernesses. A place most people think they know: Yellowstone, the Tetons, endless open skies. But beyond the familiar landscapes, there are places few have seen and stories few have heard. Hidden beneath the surface of this rugged land are wonders that defy expectation. Canyons carved by forgotten rivers, ghost towns frozen in time, and natural phenomena that science still struggles to explain. This is the Wyoming you don't see on postcards, the one locals talk about in hushed tones, the one that feels untouched by time. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover Wyoming's hidden wonders, places so extraordinary, you'll wonder why no one ever told you about them before. Devil's Tower National Monument is a prominent geological formation that was the first declared United States National Monument in 1906. The tower is composed of igneous rock, specifically phonolite porphyry, and its distinctive columnar structure is the result of the cooling and fracturing of molten material millions of years ago. The site is widely recognised for its cultural significance to several Native American tribes, who have various names for it, such as Bear Lodge. Devil's Tower is also famous for its role in rock climbing history. The first recorded ascent was in 1893 by local ranchers using a wooden ladder. Today it has over 5,000 routes documented, though climbing is still restricted during June out of respect for indigenous ceremonies. Sunlight Basin is a remote valley located in a mountainous region. It is characterised by its open meadows, dense forests, and the winding Sunlight Creek, which flows through the valley. Historically, the basin was used by indigenous peoples for hunting and gathering. Later, it became a route for early settlers and explorers due to its proximity to natural resources. The basin remains sparsely populated, with limited development, preserving its wild character. The Sunlight Creek Bridge is a notable structure within the basin, being the highest bridge in Wyoming. Built in the early 20th century, it spans 296 feet above Sunlight Creek. The bridge was constructed to provide access to remote mining claims and settlements, as well as connect isolated communities. Despite its age, it continues to serve as a functional crossing for vehicles and pedestrians. The Wind River Range is a major mountain range home to some of the highest peaks in the region. The mountains are primarily composed of granite and feature over 1,300 glaciers, making it one of the most glaciated areas in the contiguous United States. The range is known for its extensive trail system, covering hundreds of miles, which attracts hikers, climbers, and backpackers. The Bighorn Mountains, while separate from the Wind River Range, are often associated with the broader region. They are among the oldest mountain ranges in the world, with rock formations dating back over 3 billion years. The mountains are named after the bighorn sheep that once roamed the area in large numbers. Shell Creek is a significant waterway originating in the Wind River Range. It flows for about 50 miles through canyons and valleys before joining the Bighorn River. The creek is known for its clear waters and is a popular spot for fishing, particularly for trout. Titcomb Basin is a high-altitude glacial basin remotely located in the range, carved by ancient glaciers that shaped its U-shaped valleys and steep walls. The basin is named after the Titcomb brothers, early 20th century explorers and mountaineers who were among the first to extensively map and climb the Wind River Range. Due to its remote location and high elevation, Titcomb Basin offers incredible stargazing opportunities where the Milky Way is vividly visible on clear nights. The Cirque of the Towers is a renowned climbing and hiking area featuring a semicircular ring of steep granite peaks. The area is accessible via a strenuous hike and is popular among rock climbers for its challenging routes. The Green River Lakes are two large glacial lakes located at the northern end of the Wind River Range. The lakes are fed by the Green River, which originates in the range and flows southward. The area is a popular spot for camping, fishing and boating, with Squaretop Mountain providing a dramatic backdrop. Old Trail Town is a historic site that recreates a frontier settlement from the late 19th century. Located near a major river, it features over 26 original buildings relocated from various parts of the region, which include log cabins, saloons, a schoolhouse, and a blacksmith shop. The town also contains artifacts such as wagons, tools, and firearms, providing insight into daily life during the frontier era. One of the notable features of Old Trail Town is its cemetery, which includes the graves of several historical figures, like John Jeremiah Liver-Eating Johnston, a famous frontiersman and scout. The area is also home to a population of free-roaming wild mustangs, descendants of horses brought to the region by Spanish explorers and settlers. These horses can usually be seen in the McCullough Peaks Wild Horse Management Area, as they are able to maintain a habitat suitable to keep up a sustainable population. Visitors to the area can observe the mustangs in their natural environment, often grazing or roaming across the open landscape. The horses vary in colour and size, reflecting their mixed ancestry. The management area is also used for research and conservation efforts, ensuring the protection of these iconic animals for future generations. The Kilpecker sand dunes are one of the largest active dune systems in the world, found in southwest Wyoming. The dunes are divided into two sections: the northern portion, which is open to off-road vehicles, and the southern portion, which is designated as a wilderness study area. The boar's tusk is a uniquely shaped volcanic core located near the Kilpecker sand dunes. It is the remnant of an ancient volcanic plug, formed when magma hardened inside a volcano and the surrounding rock eroded away over millions of years. Surrounded by mountain ranges, Star Valley is a long, narrow valley in western Wyoming, recognised for its scenic beauty and outdoor recreational opportunities. It is known for its agricultural history, particularly dairy farming, which has earned it the nickname Little Switzerland of America. The Salt River flows through Star Valley, running approximately 89 miles from its headwaters in the mountains to its confluence with the Snake River. It gets its name from the naturally occurring salt deposits found along its banks. The river played a key role in the settlement of Star Valley, providing water for agriculture and livestock. In fact, early settlers built irrigation systems to divert water from the river, which helped establish the valley's farming and ranching industries. The river is also popular for kayaking, tubing and canoeing, especially during the summer months when water levels are higher. Additionally, it offers excellent fishing opportunities, attracting anglers to visit the river, often for its clear waters and abundant fish populations. Afton is the largest town in Star Valley, with a population of around 2,000 people. Afton serves as a commercial and cultural centre for the valley, offering amenities such as shops, restaurants and community events. The town is also home to the Afton Civic Centre, a historic building that hosts local gatherings and performances. During winter, the town receives significant snowfall, transforming it into a winter wonderland. Meanwhile, spring in Afton is a transitional season, marked by snowmelt from the surrounding mountains. Ginny Falls is a scenic waterfall located near the town of Afton, named after a local family, and has become a well-known landmark in the valley. The falls drop approximately 50 feet and are accessible via a short hike. Established in 1929, Grand Teton National Park covers approximately 310,000 acres in a region dominated by the Teton Range. The park is known for its dramatic landscapes, which include alpine lakes, glaciers, and forests. The Snake River flows through the park, providing habitat for wildlife and opportunities for recreational activities such as fishing and rafting. Historically, the area was used by Native Americans, but by the early 19th century, fur trappers and explorers arrived, followed by settlers. The park was established in 1929 to protect the Teton Range and surrounding landscapes, and later expanded to include much of Jackson Hole. It also includes several historic structures, such as the Mormon Row Historic District, which provide further insight into the lives of early settlers in the region. The Grand Teton Range is a prominent mountain chain located within Grand Teton National Park. It spans approximately 40 miles in length and features some of the most distinctive and rugged peaks in the region. Both the range and the park are named after Grand Teton, the residing highest peak, which rises to 13,775 feet. However, the range is relatively young in geological terms, formed only between 6 and 9 million years ago through tectonic activity. It is primarily composed of granite and other igneous rocks. The steep, jagged peaks were shaped by glacial erosion during the last ice age, which carved out U-shaped valleys. Bighorn sheep are one of the most iconic wildlife species in Grand Teton National Park, inhabiting the higher elevations of the park. Iconic for their impressive curved horns, these animals are well adapted to the rugged mountainous terrain of the Teton Range. Their ability to navigate steep terrain helps them evade predators such as wolves and mountain lions. They are social animals who live in herds that are typically segregated by sex outside of the mating season, with rams forming bachelor groups and ewes living with their young. During the fall rutting season, rams compete for dominance by engaging in head-butting contests with their horns, which can be heard from a distance. Unfortunately, their populations have faced challenges due to habitat loss, disease, and competition with domestic livestock. In Grand Teton National Park, efforts have been made to protect their habitat and monitor their populations. Jenny Lake is one of the most visited and recognisable features in the park, located at the base of the Teton Range. The lake is named after Jenny Lee, the Shoshone wife of Richard Beaver Dick Lee, an early settler and trapper in the area. Its clear, cold waters are fed by Cascade Creek, which originates from melting snow and ice in the Teton Range. The Mormon Row Historic District is a collection of historic buildings situated on a flat, open area with views of the Teton Range to the west. The area was settled in the 1890s by members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, commonly known as Mormons. These settlers established a small community, building homes, barns, and other structures to support their agricultural lifestyle. The district includes approximately 27 buildings, many of which are constructed from locally sourced materials such as wood and stone. Jackson Lake is the largest lake in Grand Teton National Park, formed by glacial activity thousands of years ago, with its basin carved out by moving ice. It is fed by the Snake River, which enters the lake from the north and exits to the south. The lake's water levels are regulated by the Jackson Lake Dam, which was constructed in 1916 to provide irrigation water for agricultural areas downstream. Due to its pristine waters, it is a popular destination for boating, fishing, and camping. Known for their intelligence and resourcefulness, coyotes are one of the most adaptable and widespread predators found throughout the park, from open meadows to forested areas. They are medium-sized canids, with fur that is usually a mix of grey, brown and tan, with lighter underparts, helping them blend into their surroundings. These animals are omnivores with a varied diet. They primarily hunt small mammals such as mice, voles and rabbits, but they also eat birds, insects and plant matter. In the park, they may scavenge from carcasses left by larger predators like wolves or bears as well. Their ability to adapt their diet to available resources is key to their survival. Holly Lake is another high alpine lake that is a popular destination for hikers and backpackers. The lake is accessible via the Holly Lake Trail, a 12.6-mile round-trip hike that is considered moderately strenuous. It is also often used as a stopping point for those hiking the Teton Crest Trail, a longer route that traverses the Teton Range. Backpackers can camp near the lake, but permits are required, and visitors must follow leave no trace principles to protect the fragile alpine environment. Granite Falls is a waterfall located in the northern part of the park. It is situated along Granite Creek, which flows through a rugged canyon before dropping approximately 40 feet over a series of cascades. The falls are surrounded by granite rock formations and overgrown forests. It is most impressive in the spring and early summer, when snowmelt increases the volume of water flowing over the falls. Within the park, the Snake River is a major waterway that flows through valleys and canyons, offering scenic views and recreational opportunities. It originates in the Yellowstone Plateau and flows southward, eventually joining the Columbia River. Rafting and kayaking are also popular activities, since the river includes both calm stretches and Class 2 to 3 rapids, offering options for beginners and experienced paddlers. Scenic float trips are another relaxing way to enjoy the river in its more tranquil areas. Its course was shaped by the movement of glaciers during the last ice age, which carved out the valleys and canyons through which the river flows. The river continues to shape the landscape through erosion and sediment deposition. Jackson is a town located in a valley surrounded by mountain ranges, defined by its western character, outdoor recreation, and proximity to national parks and forests. Historically, Jackson was established as a hub for fur trappers, ranchers, and settlers. The town grew as a centre for agriculture and tourism, particularly after the creation of nearby protected areas. Jackson Hole, the valley where Jackson is located, is home to numerous horse ranches that offer a look into the region's ranching traditions. Horses have played a significant role in the area's history, from early exploration and settlement to modern-day recreation. Cody, located about 90 miles east of Jackson, is another town with deep ties to horse ranching. Named after William Buffalo Bill Cody, the town is known for its rodeos and Western culture. Piedmont is a small, historic ghost town located in a semi-arid region, known for its role in the development of transportation and industry in the 1800s. It once was a stop on the Union Pacific Railroad, serving as a refueling and maintenance station for steam locomotives, which required water and coal to operate. The Piedmont Charcoal Kilns State Historic Site is located just outside the town and features a group of well-preserved, beehive-shaped kilns. These beehive-shaped kilns were used to produce charcoal, which was essential for smelting ore in nearby mining operations. The Flaming Gorge Green River Basin Scenic Byway is a 100-mile route that winds through a varied landscape of canyons, rivers, and high desert plains. The route is named after the Flaming Gorge, a dramatic canyon carved by the Green River. The byway also passes through the Green River Basin, a vast area characterised by sagebrush plains, buttes and mesas. It follows parts of the historic Union Pacific Railroad line, which was instrumental in the development of the region during the late 19th century. Thus, this byway provides access to numerous recreational opportunities, including hiking, fishing, and wildlife viewing. It also offers panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, making it a popular route for road trips and outdoor enthusiasts. Established in 1872, Yellowstone National Park is the world's first national park. It is located in a region characterized by volcanic activity, mountain ranges, and expansive forests. The park is known for its geothermal features, wildlife, and vast wilderness areas. It is home to over 10,000 geothermal features, including geysers, hot springs, mud pots, and fumaroles. In fact, the park contains more than 500 geysers, which is about half of the world's total. It also has one of the largest concentrations of mammals in the lower 48 states, with over 60 species. The bull moose is the largest member of the deer family that can be found in the park, characterised by its impressive size and distinctive antlers. Antlers are shed and regrown annually, with the largest antlers typically seen on bulls between 5 and 10 years old. As herbivores, these animals prefer areas with abundant water and foliage, such as willow flats, marshes, and riverbanks. In Yellowstone, they are commonly seen along the Yellowstone River, which provides the food and cover they need to thrive. Moose are most active during dawn and dusk, spending much of their day foraging and resting. They are strong swimmers and can often be seen wading in lakes and rivers to feed on aquatic plants. Yellowstone Lake is one of the largest high-elevation lakes in North America and is a central feature of the park. The lake is part of the Yellowstone caldera, one of the largest active volcanic systems in the world. This volcanic activity contributes to the lake's geothermal features, including hot springs and hydrothermal vents on the lake floor. It offers a variety of recreational activities, including boating, fishing and kayaking, as it is accessible for both motorised and non-motorised watercraft. Originating in this lake is the Yellowstone River, which proceeds to flow throughout the park. It is one of the longest undammed rivers in the United States, exiting the park near the north entrance. The river has long been significant to the indigenous people, who used the river for fishing, transportation, and trade. Its flow varies throughout the year, with the highest levels occurring in late spring and early summer due to snowmelt. In the winter, the river may freeze in some areas, creating opportunities for ice fishing and other cold weather activities. The river and its banks also support a variety of wildlife, such as the elk. Elk are one of the most commonly seen large mammals in Yellowstone. They play an important role in the park's ecosystem and have been studied for decades. These animals are most well known for their seasonal migrations, with some migrating over 100 miles between their summer and winter ranges, making them one of the longest migrating land mammals in North America. In summer, they move to higher elevations, feeding in open meadows and forested areas. In winter, they head to lower valleys, where food is easier to find. Their population size changes due to factors like predators, harsh winters, and human management. The Grand Canyon of Yellowstone is a dramatic canyon carved by the Yellowstone River, located in the central part of the park. The rock formations in the canyon include rhyolite, basalt, and other volcanic materials which have been altered by hydrothermal activity. The canyon's vibrant colours, including yellows, reds, and oranges, are the result of mineral deposits and weathering. The Upper Falls and Lower Falls are two major waterfalls along the Yellowstone River. They are among the most well-known features of the park, drawing visitors for their size and power. The river flows through the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, where these falls create dramatic drops. The first recorded European-American sighting of the falls was in the early 1800s, but few people visited until official explorations in the 1870s. Unfortunately, due to being shorter and having less power, the Upper Falls are not as famous as its lower counterparts. The Lower Falls is the highest waterfall in the park and one of the most powerful in the region. In fact, it is more than twice the height of Niagara Falls, though it has a lower water volume, as the impact at the bottom generates mist and strong currents. It marks the beginning of the deep canyon, where the river continues to carve into the rock. Water flow changes throughout the year, with peak volume in late spring and early summer, as snowmelt increases the river's current. Additionally, before roads and maps were available, early explorers and trappers used the falls as a reliable reference point when navigating the Yellowstone region. Old Faithful is one of the most well-known geysers in Yellowstone National Park. It earned its name because of its regular eruptions, making it a reliable natural feature. Unlike many geysers that erupt unpredictably, Old Faithful follows a consistent schedule, with eruptions happening about every 90 minutes on average. Each eruption lasts anywhere from 1.5 to 5 minutes, releasing thousands of gallons of scalding water into the air. The time between eruptions depends on the duration of the previous one. Longer eruptions mean a longer wait for the next. Grand Prismatic Spring is the largest hot spring in both Yellowstone National Park and the United States. It is known for its striking colours, created by heat-loving bacteria that thrive in the mineral-rich water. Water at the centre reaches temperatures around 160 degrees Fahrenheit, making it too hot for most life. As the water cools toward the edges, different types of bacteria grow, creating bands of colour that range from deep blue in the centre to green, yellow, and orange around the edges. The spring sits in the Midway Geyser Basin, an area filled with hydrothermal activity. Due to this, the area around the spring is fragile, with thin ground that can collapse under pressure. Also located in the Midway Geyser Basin is the Excelsior Geyser, a large hydrothermal feature that rarely erupts. It was once one of the most powerful geysers in the area, but is now an active thermal spring, continuously discharging hot water into the Firehole River. The geyser has a deep, steaming blue pool with a temperature of about 199 degrees Fahrenheit. It releases around 4,000 gallons of water per minute into the Firehole River, making it one of the largest hot water contributors to the river system. A popular roadside stop is the Gibbon Falls, a waterfall that drops in a gradual, fan-like descent over the edge of the Yellowstone caldera. Unlike some of the park's taller waterfalls, Gibbon Falls has a more spread-out flow, creating a wide cascade rather than a sheer drop. The falls are easily accessible, making them one of the most visited waterfalls in the park. It was named after Colonel John Gibbon, a military officer who played a role in the early exploration of the region. Lamar Valley is a broad, open area nicknamed the Serengeti of America. It is one of the best places in the park to see animals in their natural habitat, especially for bison and antelopes. Bison are the largest land mammals in the park and one of the most recognized animals in the region. In fact, Yellowstone is home to the largest remaining wild bison herd, with many of them being direct descendants of the herds that once covered the Great Plains. These animals are known for their massive size and ability to withstand harsh winters with their thick winter coats. Additionally, their heads act like shovels, pushing through deep snow to find food. They have lived in North America for over 10,000 years, with fossils showing that ancient bison were even larger than those seen today. They are the only continuously wild population in the area, having survived near extinction in the late 1800s. The pronghorn is one of the fastest land animals in North America and is commonly found in the open grasslands and sagebrush plains of the valley. They can reach speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. Making them the second fastest land animal in the world after the cheetah. An adaptation that once helped them escape ancient predators like the now extinct American cheetah. Although often called an antelope, it is not closely related to true antelopes found in Africa and Asia. Mammoth Hot Springs is a large geothermal area characterized by its constantly changing limestone terraces. Unlike geysers which erupt periodically, these hot springs flow continuously, creating ever-changing formations. Hot water from underground rises through ancient limestone deposits, carrying dissolved minerals to the surface. As the water cools, it leaves behind travertine, a type of rock that forms the terraces. The terraces can change rapidly, with new formations appearing in weeks, while others dry up and turn inactive. Native American tribes knew about the springs long before modern exploration, using the warm waters and mineral deposits for practical and ceremonial purposes. Located on a high plains region, Cheyenne is the capital of its state and serves as a centre for government, commerce, and culture. The city has a population of around 65,000 people and is a hub for transportation, with major rail and highway connections. It is best known for its annual Cheyenne Frontier Days, one of the largest outdoor rodeos in the world. This event, held every July, features rodeo competitions, parades, concerts, and carnival attractions. It draws visitors from across the globe and has been a tradition since 1897. Completed in 1890, the Wyoming State Capitol is a prominent landmark in Cheyenne that features a gold-leaf dome that is visible from miles away. It is significant as the seat of government for the state and is open to the public for tours, an outdoor rodeo and Western celebration. The Cheyenne Frontier Days Rodeo is the centerpiece of the city's cultural identity. It was at first simply a modest one-day affair that was used as a way to celebrate and preserve the traditions of the American West. At the time, Cheyenne was a growing railroad town, and its residents sought to create an event that would honour the region's cowboy culture and attract visitors. Held at the Cheyenne Frontier Days Arena, the event spans 10 days and includes bull riding, barrel racing, steer wrestling, and other rodeo events. The arena itself has a seating capacity of over 19,000, making it one of the largest outdoor rodeo venues in the world. In addition to the rodeo, the event features a carnival, air shows, and nightly concerts by well-known artists. Western Hills is a rural area characterised by rolling terrain, open grasslands, and scattered woodlands. The region is known for its agricultural roots, particularly in ranching and farming, which have shaped its economy and way of life for generations. It also has a connection to early transportation routes, possessing trails used by pioneers and freight wagons that pass through the area, linking it to larger settlements and markets. This is Wyoming, a land of hidden wonders and remarkable architectural marvels. Now, if you don't want to miss the most unreal wonders of Arizona, check out this video.